Today, a reader. Tomorrow, a leader. The Daddy Bag of Books is available at daddyandcompany.com.
Watching My Life as a Dad. Today's guest is Jenni June, a certified sleep consultant, a fantastic mom, and an advisor of dads. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what a certified sleep consultant is?
Well, we specialize in child and family sleep, so that's, babies who are biologically ready for sleep, and even consulting moms who are, in the last stages of their pregnancy, getting ready to, embark upon motherhood, and setting her and her partner up for, sleep success and preparing the baby with proper sleep hygiene so that they don't need to call me when the baby's old enough to sleep through the night, So, but beyond that, we work with even older children who just have developed some, poor sleep habits over time and need some adjustments, and it's never too late to start. Sleep is a huge pillar of health, along with nutrition and just basic safety. Mm-hmm. We need to really realize that it's not as tangible. We can't see it, touch it, feel it, smell it, but it's certainly important and it needs to be addressed. And there's a lot of huge health ramifications in the United States right now as a result of sleep deprivations in, sleep deprivation in young children. So,
how do you know if a baby is biologically ready to sleep?
Well, we date them first appropriately, which means that, if a baby's born prior to their due date, we need to kind of give them an extra week of development. They're not born with a circadian rhythm, the ability to produce melatonin. So we can't really expect a baby to sleep through the night on a regular basis until they've developed enough melatonin and developed their circadian rhythm. We start to see early signs about the same time that we see social smiles. Mm-hmm. and babies following you around the room and kind of aware of their surroundings. And that's when you can kind of say, oh, well, right about now I should be seeing a little bit more consolidated sleep at night. And that's kind of like, the light starts to appear at the end of the tunnel of those day and night confusion, sleep messes and all of that. Then at about, 4 months of age, developmentally, if they're born close to their due date, they're usually able to sleep, all the way through the night pretty well. And sleep training, formal sleep training, can usually begin about that point if the pediatrician gives the thumbs up. So.
And do you meet with, when you consult with the parents,
mm-hmm.
is it parents who are already going, tearing their hair out? Or is it parents that are like, we're proactive and
it's
we
always
want baby to sleep, and what do we do?
90% of my calls are parents are in tears. And the word divorce always comes up in the conversation, like literally my husband is making me call and do something about this, or the wife is saying, listen, if I don't get some sleep, I'm gonna run away. I mean, it's the last straw for many parents. And some are really at that point, at the third month, some, can hang in there for the second year. So it's different with every family, and it really depends upon how much sleep mom and dad are getting. How it's affecting their relationship is a big one. Mm-hmm. And if the child is still sleeping in the bed, or if they're in independent sleep situations, there's a whole, and how much support they have, with regards to taking shifts and helping out with feedings and things like that.
What can dad do when they're in this chaotic casino of life and everybody's going crazy? And maybe he's thinking, well, I got to get up in the morning and work, and she's thinking, I'm trying to breastfeed every 2.5 hours or 3 hours, or just all kinds of things are going on. So how can dad help mom, or help the situation, or help baby get through these processes?
Right. Well, in the early stages, mom is very on demand with her caregiving, with breastfeeding, with, just getting the baby through that 4th trimester, if you will, and everything is just, kind of chaotic, like you said. Mm-hmm. Dads really have more of the yin and yang situation going on with a mom who's sleep deprived. She sees things very in the moment because her life is on demand, attending to this baby. Dads can kind of be visionary and bring some balance to that. They can see the big overall picture, and they can kind of see the needs a little bit more clearly because for the most part, they're a little more well rested than mom is because they're not getting up in the night for the feedings, you know, if mom is breastfeeding. If mom is not breastfeeding, or if mom is ready to supplement with 1 bottle of breast milk at night, or a couple at night, dad can often get up and provide those feedings so that she can get a little more consolidated sleep at night, which is really helpful for mom. But just providing just a fresh set of eyes sometimes to some circumstances where mom is reacting maybe a little bit more frantically or too hyper-focused on one particular event, you know, just because he can see the big picture, he's a little more well-rested. And, you know, calmly just, you know, reshaping the situation a little bit so that she can see it through a different set of, you know, a different perspective.
My life as a dad.
Sponsored by Daddy & Company, the perfect gifts for dad. Get 15% off your next purchase at daddyandcompany.com using promo code MLAAD15.